Evening guys, Jase Stuart back here for next recipe. This one is a chicken and veggie soup, perfect for a Saturday night. We're staying in and we've had a bit of a quiet day, and this is a nice little end to the day. Something nice and hearty and full of nutrients. So if we just plan over here, this is the way we're going about it. So some fresh chicken breast, we're going some shallots, obviously some celery down here, mushies, leeks, onions and carrots. And what we've got here is some stock, both chicken and vegetable stock just poured in. It's about 2 or 3 litres of stock there, and you can mix it up with some water if you want to. Now the nice bit about soups, I'm just going to do some work in the meantime, the nice bit about soups is that you can exchange any of the ingredients you want for what's cheap at the time. The other nice thing about it as well is some of the soup's ingredients that I've used were actually starting to go a little bit off in the fridge, getting to the point where they were ready to be thrown out. So I've just thrown them in, so you can very versatile in terms of what the ingredients you actually want to use. So that's a nice thing as well. Likewise, if you're a vegetarian, you can choose to substitute out the chicken and in with some tofu or something like that. This is really, really easy. It's perfect as well for a nice cold night. So basically the way we're going to start it is I've got a nice big soup saucepan on heat. It's quite high heat. Let's throw in some olive oil, and the aim is to brown off from the start. So what I'll do is I'll chuck the onions in first, and to get the onions in there, that'll release those nice flavours really early on. Next we'll go in with the carrots. Now you'll notice here as well, to be fair, I've probably got too much of the ingredients. The reason I do that is because both for Sunday lunch and for Monday breakfast or lunch or wherever you want to do it at work, you've got plenty left over. In with the leeks. Again, I really need, I've got all intention to go out to shopping tomorrow and actually get myself a big new soup pot, so something that's about double the size, and I think that'll work. So basically all we're doing at this stage, guys, is throwing in as many ingredients as we can into the soup pot. What we'll do is we'll actually leave out the chicken at this stage, just until these guys start to brown. So the next step, as you can see, is to throw in some of our garlic, chili and ginger. As you can see, when I left you the last time, all the food was kind of building up. Now it's kind of wilted down a lot, and I've split it over the 2 pans. So as you can see, it's really nice and ready to go. And the veggies are starting to soften a bit. I prefer to have my soup quite chunky, but if you want to, what you can actually do is put a blitzer in and blend it up so it's nice and smooth and creamy, but I prefer to leave it like this. So what we'll do is, this is our garlic. Now, yep, it is winter, and we can feel a few colds coming on, so we'll go in with a couple of teaspoons of garlic. Next one is ginger. I really do like just the taste of ginger in soups. And again, a little bit of chili. Now this is just a minced organic chili. It looks like it's going to be really hot, but it's not really, so I like to put 2 teaspoons of chili in there. Sometimes I do a little bit overboard, but hey, everyone's a winner. So, alright guys, we've distributed the stock. So last step before we set it to boil is to just throw some chicken in there. So we've got a nice big, well, it's 2 trays of chicken. So about 2/3 into this one, and then a smaller amount into this boy. Lids go back on, and that's it for now. So we're just going to leave this one to boil. It's going to need about 15 to 20 minutes just to get the actual flavours happening. Guys, check this out. If only you could smell how good that actually smells. So it's been on the boil for about 15 minutes. I've just done the bite test on the carrots, and they're ready to go. So I just like them a little bit firm and we're good to go. Now what we're going to do is thicken that up with some corn flour. I just like to use a little bit of that. But to just show you quickly how this actually works, so I've put some corn flour. What actually happens is when you mix hot water with corn flour, it actually forms a gel. So watch this. So just so you know how it actually works, check it out. And this is the gel that will actually form inside the soup mixture, and it's the reason why the soup actually thickens under the effect of the corn flour. So what I've got here is just a few tablespoons of corn flour in with some cold water. So what we'll do now is just, while it's still on a light gentle boil, is just pour some in. Okay, now the idea here is to stir it until you get it to the consistency that you actually want. So you can see it thickening up there straight away. How good's that? So maybe just a touch more. Maybe just a touch more. I prefer my soup just a little bit thicker. Now remember, it's all, I guess it's going to be pretty chunky anyway, but I still like the juice to have a little bit of body to it, I guess. And the nice thing about soups is that I don't usually recommend boiling food or boiling vegetables as an option, but the nice thing about soups is that although you are boiling some of the nutrients out of the food, because you're drinking the soup and the water that the actual nutrients have leached into, you're still getting that goodness. So all we need to do now is a little bit of indulgence. So just some thickening cream. I mean, a lot of guys will actually stick a whole tub in. What I actually just like to do is just give it enough just for a little bit of colour, to be fair. So really that's it. And what you'll see is that the actual soup will give you that nice little white sort of complexion. There we go, there it comes in. How good's that? And that's really all you need to do, and that is looking absolutely fantastic. So what we'll now do is plate up. So just a nice white bowl gives it a good look. How easy is that, guys? Stir it up, make sure you get some of everything in the bowl. And we keep going. I'm a bit of a gut, so I'll make sure it's a decent sort of spoonful. There we go. With that, we can take that off the boil now and come over here. It's all about the presentation, isn't it? So I'll clean it up around the edges. Okay, there we go. Garnish it with some parsley. And Bob's your uncle. There we go. Homemade chicken soup on a Saturday night. Takes around about 10 minutes for the slicing and prep, and then about 20 minutes to actually boil off. So half an hour later, you've got yourself a nice hearty meal for a Saturday night. The cool thing is too, what I'm going to do with this is put it into some lock and lock containers, stick it in the freezer, and I'm good to go for both lunch tomorrow and next week. So thanks for watching.